Hi there, Zam here for NerdTube. These are my thoughts and spoilers for Fast Charlie, a movie currently on Amazon Prime starring Pierce Brosnan and James Caan. Now, prior to watching this movie, I just had my food ready with some pizza. Felt like watching an action movie, but something not too long either, maybe about an hour and a half. Came across Fast Charlie and I thought, you know what, this would do quite nicely. Now, the film premises is basically Charlie, played by Pierce Brosnan. He's an elderly sort of hitman, fixer, cleaner, so to speak. He's part of the contingent of old school gangsters who are heavies and thugs and all various types of, accolades and monikers you would give them, to do the work of people who work in organized crime. His boss is James Caan, the late James Caan. Now, this is his last role. He's a bit fragile, he's very old, and Pierce Brosnan feels he owes him because he brought him into the fold, brought him into this life, and now, because Caan's so old, Pierce Brosnan takes cares of his needs. Now, unfortunately for this contingent of old school criminals, a new younger group comes along and they basically take out all of Brosnan's mates except for Brosnan, who happens to escape his ordeal. So he's now, Charlie that is now looking for revenge against the people that took out his crew. And that's when the film starts to become really interesting because the first third of this movie, the first act of this movie, if we were to divide it into three parts, is really fucking crap. And I honestly thought I was going to be in an ordeal of watching something really shit. I was really worried what I was putting myself into because regardless of the film being an hour and a half, I didn't want to watch something that was crap from start to finish. But unfortunately, once the film does get into the second act and things, and shit hits the fan, it becomes far more interesting and it becomes very enjoyable. Some very good action scenes, some interesting death scenes, especially one involving an airbag. You look at Pierce Brosnan here right now, he still looks like 007. He still reminds you of James Bond, and he definitely does in this film because there's moments where he's holding his gun and he's running along, and that sort of face he gives at times when he's been in those Bond movies, when he's under immense pressure and stuff like that, and the odd one liner here and there, very much James Bond esque. I felt like I was watching old man James Bond at times, but then Brosnan would start talking and he's playing a man from Louisiana near New Orleans, so he's got that sort of droll, that American accent that is from that particular region, and he does it very well, I may add. So it's a decent action flick with some interesting characters, some good death scenes, some good moments. Not perfect by any means. It will pass the time, that's for sure. But I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 simply because the first third of this film is really crap. I might have given it an 8. I don't think I would have given it more than an 8 out of 10 overall. But because of how the film is, it's not perfect by any means, even with the second and third act. But it's not crap, but it would have been crap if it resembled the first third of this movie. Luckily, it does improve, and that's a good thing. So if you're willing to put up with half an hour of dross before the final hour becomes far more better, then do so because you'll have a good time with this movie. It's good to see Brosnan back in an action role again, looking like he was in the 90s when he was playing Bond. It was very nostalgic. I would love to see old man James Bond in a movie. I would love to see Brosnan play old man James Bond in the movie. I know he could pull it off. I think we should, want that from Hollywood. Send out some messages. I forgot the terminology, unfortunately, but you know what I'm saying. Get the message across to Hollywood. Let them know. A petition. That's the fucking word I'm looking for. Start a petition. Get fucking Pierce Brosnan back as Bond to play old man Bond. I think people will like it. The nostalgia will definitely be there, and I'm sure we'd appreciate it. Look at him; he's still got it. When you see him, he can still pull off. The guy is smooth as fuck. Can still get the ladies, and when he was making this movie, he was knocking on 70. He's 71 now. So yeah, you can look at him, and the guy is a silver fox. Anyways, let me know what you think of this film. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube. We are on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We are the greatest YouTube channel, as well as social media channel you never heard of. And of course, remember it. Take care now. Bye bye.